Hey, good morning, guys. I want to do a quick walkthrough. Quick, I don't know how you guys make your videos less than like 20, 15 minutes. But anyway, I'm going to do a quick walk around my bus, give you an update where we're at with it. And this is a motorhome we're building. Well, it's a passenger bus, but we're converting it to a motorhome. Like Bus Life and Hammelberger Bus and the Crew Cruiser, Ivan. So anyway, I'll give you a quick walk around, tell you a little bit about what we've been doing. Try to keep this shorter. This is my second take. So anyway, I'll switch the camera. So yesterday we've been taking the AC out. We decided to remove the AC from the bus so that we can use those large 330 amp alternators to charge our battery bank. We're gonna have a big 33 kilowatt hour battery bank, but 2,000 pound AGM battery bank that we hope to run everything on this bus for, a day or two. We're going to be putting solar in. Yeah, so by the way, this is the air handler. Actually, this is the condenser unit. Two big half horsepower DC motors, and then there's two rear HVAC air handler blowers, I guess. Those are third horsepower. They use 50 to 75 amps each. So anyway, we decided to get rid of it, and the side benefit to that is we get this bay, which was louvered. This was for that condenser unit. So this is where the outdoor air handler will go from the mini split. We're putting a ducted mini split in, and this is actually where the generator is going to go, right beside it, and it'll pull air. I might enlarge this, but it'll pull air from that bay, and I'll cut holes in the floor so that it can push air in. Anyway, it's just a bunch of junk in there right now, but we can do a quick pan in there. The storage under these buses is phenomenal. But we're gonna have a deep freeze in here eventually, battery bank, tanks. Probably keep our bicycles in here. One of the reasons to do this instead of a school bus, I think, is the phenomenal space. And we got this bus for a very good price. So actually we just had it out yesterday for drove around for a couple hours, and so that's the exterior. I should probably back up to show you more perspective, but anyway, we'll walk inside. I've got 3,000 watts of solar to put on here. I can get up to 4, but and I got to figure a better way to do this. So right now it's just get a key, lock, unlock, and yeah, we'll figure that out. So it actually is a latch. Once it's aired up and running down the road, it has little daggers here that pull the door in there, seal it. That works good, but it's a bit of a pain. There's a piston underneath the floor, underneath the step there, that's like a big shock absorber, so this door doesn't slam open and shut with air. So we gotta figure that out. Anyway, here's a front air unit, air handler that I use as well, that we're gonna leave in. And that's the sound of closing the door. But this is the dash. I love the way they did these MCIe buses. They're almost like a car dash. They actually look better than the J's, I think. The J's have the analog gauges, but apparently the downside is if anything breaks on that dash, you got a couple grand to replace it instead of just changing out the gauge. But here's the interior, and we're leaving the 2 front windows in and the 2 back windows. The 3 middle ones we've taken out. That's where the kitchen, the shower on one side, bathroom on the other, and then the bunkhouse will be. 6 bunks. I got 6 children, and there'll be couches, or not couches, there'll be closets in the end here as well. So this is the back. Those are just, I guess, for the windshield. We covered the windshields up with foam for now to heat it. So I bet it looks better than this now, huh, Nathan? I say that as I'm hopefully watching this in a Man, 15% of the battery. But, okay. Hopefully by the time I watch this again, well, it'll look much better. It'll look like it's finished. So I look forward to seeing this on the other side. But yeah, so that's the interior. I'll switch the camera around. We had some issues with waterproofing, or with water coming in, and let's talk about that real quick. We had two main issues. The roof is fortunately, it's a one-piece roof that runs front to the back. We're at 45 feet, and then it has gutters that are aluminum. I think they're aluminum castings. They actually have a raised outside edge on it, so the water rolling off the roof goes into the gutter and has to go to the front or back of the bus. A little different than the D series. But anyway, the way that joint is made, it's I think was where the water was coming in. So with time, freeze-thaw cycles, the way the roof laps under the gutter, that the water actually has to go up and over that lap. So I took some Dicor self-leveling sealant, caulked both edges as well as the front and back cap, aluminum caps, and that has dealt with the water. We were having water coming in here. I don't know if you can see in the picture. It was coming in, actually dripping either above, up here, dripping along some of the tops, and it was also coming down through the windows and dripping. So it turned out that was because the water was getting underneath that gutter and basically following the roof and coming up underneath. This bulb seal wasn't sealing properly. So we opened that up, cleaned the seals. The roof laps over the window, so it shouldn't really have been coming in, other than if it was coming behind. So anyway, that addressed that issue with the roof. We were still having issue. I don't know if I can show down here the floor. We were having issue with water coming in along the bottom here. So there's a panel on the outside that runs the full length of the bus, and it had become unbonded under this window. So when you actually open these windows, and they all open, they just lift them. They all swing out except for the very front two. You could see that panel was loose. It had about a 1/4 inch in some cases. It was just loose. So water would run right down. So anyway, I've addressed that with using windshield urethane, black. Cures very fast, moisture cured, and yeah. So now no more leaks. And we've been heating this for the last couple of weeks, week or so, and everything's dried up nicely. We've had a rain last night, no water coming in. So now I'm ready to cover it up. So very happy that we've got that dealt with. I thought we had to wait till spring to fix the waterproof for the adhesives to cure and stuff, but not so. So next step is to cover the floor. We're gonna bond a second layer of plywood to this. I think this is only 1/2 inch, 1/2 or 5, but it looks more like 1/2. I haven't measured it. A couple squeaks around here, so we're gonna go re-screw or tighten all these floor screws. Maybe put a couple more in, and then we're gonna cover the floor with actually Russian birch plywood, which is a cabinet grade all birch ply. So all the cores are plywood. Versus most other plywoods is a softwood core. Even if you order like a birch plywood, your outer skin would be birch, but your inside core would be poplar core. And right now the price of both is about the same. So a high grade cabinet plywood, my prices haven't changed this whole year with COVID, whereas residential building materials seems to have gone through the roof. The effect is I can buy high-end Russian or Baltic birch plywood for the same price as regular stuff from your home center. So for subfloor. So we're going to cover that with plywood. The walls are all going to get covered with plywood, and they're going to be 1/4 inch birch, Russian birch again, ceiling, and yeah. So that's where we're at now. And my phone's about to die. So anyway, I wanted to show you, see if we can get in here, show you that my generator Let's switch this back. I don't know how much more time I have left on this, but just going to walk into my garage here and show you what I did with the generator. This was from a light tower, and all right. It's a 7500 watt 240 volt. It used to be on a part of a trailer light tower rental thing, but it's a 1 liter or 0.95 liter Kubota 3-cylinder diesel, and yeah, I got it for $2,000. It wasn't running. It had been rebuilt but never started, and sat in a guy's garage for like 15 or 20 years. So yeah, liquid cooled obviously, and I took the risk, bought it for $2,000, and have since got all the sensors hooked up, including the computer, and so it all works. And I tested it out. The generator side is good, the engine side is good, and these also work. So if it does kill, if it's got a low temperature, that actually works, lights up the button, kills it, or the switch, the high coolant temperature. So those things are all now working. So this is ready. I can do the final, replace the wiring, and get it yeah, get ready to go, and then I'll put it in the bus. So anyway, that's all for today. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. God bless you. Bye.